Peace, it's Nattyisisyah again, and in this video I wanted to show you something because I'm a little excited. I found nettle. Now I just finished making a video about chickweed and how we can't have a revolution from a five-star restaurant, and that we basically need to revolutionize our diet and our plate. And just go watch that video if you haven't seen it. So I was just out here, I'm still out here, and I happened to come across what looks to me like nettle, and I am so excited because I've been trying to identify this plant for years, and I think I finally found the plant. And I've been using the herb that you buy in the store and everything, but nothing beats finding a plant outside in the wild that you can pick yourself, which of course I'm not going to touch it right now because it's stinging nettle and you could see the hairs on it. And so I'll just show you what it looks like, the one that I found. So that's it. So if you can see that, and if you can see the hairs on it, probably not the best one to see the hairs. You can kind of see the hairs on the back of that one. And there's some baby ones coming up here. Woo! Almost fell into a patch of stinging nettle. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna check it out a little more and make sure that I have the right plan before I start doing anything with it. It's supposed to have vitamin A, I think, what was it? Vitamin A, I think vitamin C, magnesium, potassium, and I think all that good stuff. I'll check it out, and probably I'll write a blog and post it on KingNobleUncensored.com after I find out the other good stuff about it. But it's one of those plants that are good for pregnancy. It was in my Solushango solution, my Solushango 33 solution, if you remember that video from like years ago. And yeah, I actually had ran out of the herb, and I've actually been we've been buying less herbs, so this is kind of, it's exciting for me a little, to be finding these herbs outside in the wild, in nature. And it goes back to the whole basically being a true revolutionary and not dependent on the white man's system, not going to the grocery store for every little thing that you need. A lot of the foods that you do get in the store are hybridized, homogenized, and processed, sprayed with chemicals and all that. Out here ain't nothing happening unless it's from chemtrails or whatever. But I would go to say that with all this nature out here, that the benefits far outweigh any negative effects that white supremacy would have on these type of plants out here. So I'm looking forward to finding some more vegetables. I'm calling them vegetables, some more plants. And that's another reason why we weren't so sick when we were eating naturally off the land, because if you're living outside in the wild, if you're more in touch with nature, you're drinking teas. You're sitting out, you're boiling water, so you're just gonna throw in some leaves. You're drinking teas. These teas are helping you, and you're doing this all day, not just as a dietary supplement. And you wouldn't be just drinking these stuff to lose weight, or because it's a fad, or because you open up some herbal magazine, and they're trying to sell you a new product. This would just be your way of life. And we definitely got to go back to that if we're serious about having a revolution, and not be concerned with the capitalistic system of dining out and taking your woman out to eat and taking your man to Red Lobster and all that stuff. It's not necessary. You're killing yourselves doing that. So you really need to get back in touch and in tune with nature and in tune with yourself. And since I've been doing this a lot more this year, because I've been doing a little bit here and a little bit there, but it's like this year I'm actually eating whole meals. Everybody who is around Blacktown, they know about my kale wraps, and um, this is just like a whole nother level. Like, it's beyond all that. So you could just imagine how excited I am, and where this could possibly go. So if there is any type of revolution that could happen from the kitchen, it's going to take you out the kitchen. You're going to start eating those greens, and you're going to come up out the kitchen. So if you do see me in the kitchen, I'll probably be, showing y'all a little bit of better foods to eat. And a lot of the foods that we do get freely, and a few things. But I'm definitely excited to be getting this stuff out here and just seeing the manifestation of being in your God self, and really being in touch with nature, and seeing how important it is for us, if we are truly nation building, to not be afraid to do these things, and not to be hindered by the distractions that are out there, because it's a hell of distractions. People is distracting you left, right, and center, drawing you in, and you tend to want to do what other people are doing. And if majority of the people are in the matrix doing that stuff, chances are you might be compelled to do the same thing. But you got to step away from that, and ask yourself, what would a real revolutionary be doing? And in many countries, this is what they're doing. Some of them are eating dirt. They are eating dirt cakes in Haiti, and you laugh and you say, oh, you don't want to be, you all are just mad because you're broke, and you all, you just need to get this money. Getting this money, and it's not going to change the system. We have to stop looking to politicians, white supremacy politicians, because they are politicking, for their position as a black bourgeoisie in white supremacy. That's all that's being done. I mean, it's that simple. I could read you quotes from a book. I could quote other leaders and speakers that are talking about the black bourgeoisie. But when we think about black bourgeoisie, we think about people that come from the middle class, and that you don't have too many high class. If you want to look at classism, you don't have too many first class black people. I don't know if they even exist, but you tend to think of the bourgeoisie as a middle class blacks that have been raised and grew up in that. But we have now an emergence of the conscious community bourgeoisie blacks, and a lot of this comes from the Kemetic teachings, our ideology of Kemeticism, where you are idolizing deities, that lived, are people that lived in Kemet. And because you see pyramids, and because you see gold, and because you see architecture and figurines and jewelry and all these things, and carvings on the walls, you think that they were all about getting this money. What money was they getting? What white supremacy was they handing their money over to? Is that the reason why it collapsed? So were the pharaohs and were the queens of Egypt, were they revolutionaries? That's the main question. Because if they were, their economy probably wouldn't collapse, or their whole society, civilization wouldn't collapse. Where these people are leading us today, in the conscious community, who are trying to get us to chase this dollar and chase this money and compete with them, it just makes no sense. And it's headed for failure and collapse in a collapsing system. You black people are late that is trying to chase the dollar bill. You're late. You should have been did this 50 years ago, right? So I don't know what makes them think in 2016 that they're going to start a whole new Black Wall Street, right? And diss all the revolutionaries and still be able to defend Black Wall Street. You better make good use of them gangsters and them goons. Black supremacy. Join the website kingnobleuncensored.com, where I could post some more information about the stinging nettle, and maybe tie that into some other revolutionary historical facts, or just some other things, some prophecies, black supremacy.